ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Humanity Never Dies. In the last episode, we began with an extraction mission, tasked with subduing an enemy VIP, which we completed flawlessly, despite the heavy enemy presence. Once back on the ship, we finally invested in the Predator armor upgrade before hopping to a new mission, fully equipped and ready to roll. The Lost were everywhere in the field, as was a surprise appearance from the final chosen, the Warlock. Careful decisions led to a near-perfect mission, minus the failure to stop the Warlock from gaining information from us. After our return, several covert ops were completed, and we ended the episode as the Templars came to us with a very interesting operation. And we start this mission in a Lost-infested hellhole. We're going to get McEwen's spider suit to get her up on top of the buildings. See, there's actually the scientist is already up there. The idea of this mission is that there is a scientist and his two, I guess, escorts. One's there and the other one's further along. What we need to do... Oh my god, she's absolutely surrounded. What we need to do is escort the scientist over to the extraction zone that was just shown there. And do that without having any of them killed would be great. A lot of enemies around, as we can see. So we saw that one of the what are they called? One of the escorts is next to some of the enemies. There's also some right ahead in front of us as well. So there's quite a bit of that we need to do to make sure that we don't lose all of those escorts. As long as the scientist doesn't die though, then it's not too bad. Having those escorts though would be great because, as we saw earlier, we would have seen it in the recap, these escorts are both captain levels if we were to save them. And getting captain level recruits this late on is pretty nice. I guess we're in very much solidly in the mid game at this point, I would say. Especially with Predator armor, all the mid-game upgrades. Getting around captain level is where we want our troops, and getting to captain level recruits is insane. So what we want to do is we want to move up. We are concealed completely, so it's not too bad. We can move on, hopefully not get spotted by any enemies in the process. The fact that McEwen is up top is really nice. It means that you can get those extra aim bonuses. 2 mutons and a codex is a bit harsh. Also having Lost around, although we haven't yet spotted any Lost, so that's nothing too bad there. Got a frag grenade potential to go through. We've got a lot of people going into Overwatch. So are they all going to go into Overwatch? We've got the grenades potential. We've got Ashen's, who's a ranger. He's going to be able to do that, and Mises down there as well. So we're going to go for the grenade. Just gonna shoot. Shred all that armor. Volatile mix as well, dealing a whole lot of damage overall. It does mean that a swarm gets closer, but also does get rid of a lot of our problems as well. Oh, what an absolutely fantastic Overwatch there. There goes that, so that's good. It's also an ambush kill, which is wonderful. However, much of our Overwatches didn't actually hit anything, so that was a bit lame. Get a nice shot from our pistol. Sadly, all that it does is cause a teleport, which doesn't even cause a... that's really annoying actually, it doesn't cause an Overwatch shot. Got a single pistol shot that could happen against the Muton, decide to go against it. Can we have a normal sniper shot? No, instead we're going to do a teamwork. Interesting. So it gets loud. Well, actually, to be fair, that codex is now in the open. So not a bad choice. 14 damage with those blue screen rounds. And it actually, McEwen does still manage to get to use her pistol for that. So that's what she's going to do. Making the Muton burn, meaning that he's probably going to die the next turn. So I think he's got 2 health left. We may not get lucky. It may not be the best thing to do. The scientist's just going to hunker him down. Muton doesn't get killed, takes 1 damage, but you know, 1 damage means an Overwatch shot could potentially kill him, so that's good. The codex goes around, gets teleported, does a sonic bomb right in the center of everyone. Oh no, it doesn't. Oh my god. So disables the weapons of McEwen only, so that could have been tremendously awful. And also the Muton, for some reason, goes for Mises, who is right at the bottom there, but doesn't actually hit. So that was lucky there. Finally, some Lost appears, so we actually do see that there are Lost on the field, not just the potential for Horde. It's a Lost Brute, does manage to see us. Or see someone, I guess he must have seen us. But yeah, it just goes on a little bit of a whale of time, doesn't climb very far though. We also have some more Lost coming through. They do spot us, actually he spots us then gets overwatched. But a lot of Lost around. So we are slowly getting surrounded by the Lost, whilst also having successfully triggered the enemy. Luckily we didn't take any damage from the enemies, from the aliens themselves. We are doing some more Overwatch shots though. I don't know why we're doing Overwatch in that direction, and the Codex didn't trigger any. It's a bit weird. Unless of course there's a dark event that I haven't checked again. Dark event may say no Overwatch shots, but that wouldn't make any sense because we took one against the Muton, so I don't know. It's interesting. A lot of Lost showing themselves though, right next to one of the escorts as well. Explosion from a car causes a swarm to accelerate onwards, and Ashens looks to me like he is in a position that will cause him psionic blast energy. So, what to do is the question. He's got to get himself into a position where he can shoot at the Muton and potentially at the Lost without taking any damage. And what we're going to do is we're going to put him right next to the Muton. Technically he's not in any danger from... Well, what's interesting is you go next to Muton, they don't have the Blade Storm ability, which I feel like they should do. You can't melee them because they get better reactions, but I feel like they should also have Blade Storm because it prevents that kind of tomfoolery from happening. Regardless, we have the ability to use... Well, we've got free reload potential, but we've also got some headshots potential with the pistol. Shooting down one of them next to one of the escorts. Oh man, but McEwen just annihilating all of these. They do have a lot of health however, so she is going to have to go for that free reload. And I think she's just going to go for a normal pistol shot, or am I going to Overwatch? Probably should have just gone for a normal pistol shot for the lols. This Codex in the open doesn't get a flanking shot yet, but I move Mises around, you get some good flanking shot there. Good kill. So, the rest of the team need to move up, kill some Lost and get out of the psionic energies range. 72% chance from Toshiba there, who does manage to get the kill. Gonna go into Overwatch as well. Motorel's gonna go around the side. Does see a Lost over there, but he's just gonna go into Overwatch. The scientist's going to move out, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to rush the scientist up so that I get access to one of his escorts. Successfully getting the escort on our side. Wildling. Fang. So, at this point, she's only equipped with... Well, she doesn't have any armor equipped, and she's only got access to the stock rifle, which kind of sucks. No damage taken from the sonic bomb. Oh yes, there's more enemies. So we got 2 mutons and a spectre. That's not great. But luckily they get seen now, so they don't get to take their turn. I'm not entirely sure what the enemies are doing. Oh, I see, waiting for Overwatch to happen. So McEwen does manage to get a shot on one of the mutons, who burns, which is fun. And then Lau's going to finish him off, or shred his armor down. He's down to 3 health. And then there's another muton over there. There's quite a bit happening, and then a Lost Swarm appears. A lot of Lost Swarms appears. Oh wow, she doesn't have a... she's got a shotgun. I guess she's already a ranger, so she must be a squaddy at this point. A great shot from Toshiba there. Nice. That's a lot. That's so many enemies. So many enemies in the swarm. And we've got more coming around, so we've got a Brute next to Mises. Hopefully it doesn't get any damage. So much Lost. They appeared out of nowhere. Like the Lost earlier were... After we moved up from the building, didn't see any Lost, we only saw some aliens, but now Lost appear to be everywhere. And we get a lot of reaction fires of Overwatches and stuff, dealing quite a bit of damage. Not a lot of kills, but a lot of damage. Actually, no damage taken from us, so that's good. So we're going to start with a headshot from Ashens. taking out the brute, which gives us a free action as well. Gonna reload that. Still got actions available. Sadly, we've got to be careful. Like, I'm using the headshot there. There is a Muton on top, which he does have a possibility. Oh my god, you could do that. That seems like a terrible idea. Don't do that. Yes, go that way. Yeah, so that's a really good way to use the Ranger as well. Fighting retreat. He's out in the open, which means that any shots on him will probably kill him straight out. But luckily for us, only... well, there's 2 Mutons on the Spectre, but basically what I'm trying to say is that the Lost don't really count, do they? We're going to get a lot of damaging kills from McEwen now, who's going to just snipe her way through the Lost.
Target neutralized.
Trying to shoot as much as she can. 83% chance to kill the Muton. I feel like she should have gone for the Lost instead. Oh my god, she missed.
That is not good.
No, it's not good. It's not good at all. That's awful. That's really, really bad. Mises not in a best position, mostly because there's a Spectre there. It's not really a good position anyway. He's going to retreat completely, go over this side. 77% chance to hit the brute. It's worth going for. Gets himself 6 damage. And then Toshiba. Gonna go around the side as well. She could fire a grenade. Or it's probably better to use that grenade. Wow, that's a lot. And she does go for it. Okay, so we might induce another swarm from coming, but this will take out all the cover, reduce and shred all that armor, put those guys in the open. It also means Motorra gets some good shots around the side as well. He's got the possibility of killing that brute. I think that's what he's going to go for first. Luckily does manage to make the hit. So that avoids that gets rid of that problem. And then we're going to go for the Spectre, who actually gets executed. Execution is one of the abilities of the... I think it's called the hair trigger, which is a bonus that you can, or an attachment you can have to a weapon. Really strong attachment. It's a percentage chance. I think on the Legacy laser rifle it's a 5% chance, which is insane, the fact that we got that. Fang is going to go up with her shotgun. It's going to try and kill as many of them as possible. They've got a 100% chance to hit them, but not a 100% chance to kill them because she's got the stock shotgun, which is a bit of a shame. Sadly, it's not much more that we can do. Lau's not in the best position to deal with this. So what she's going to do is she's actually going to go next to McEwen, get herself on even playing field. She gets a free shot at that. Had a percentage chance of missing for sure, but she had a free shot at that. Lost, and then she's going to try and kill the Muton, which she successfully does. So that eliminates that threat. We've still got threats around the side, however, because they're out of cover, they have to move. They could still shoot. She's going to decide to go for the Lost, and luckily misses, which means that the Muton is out of action. The Spectre's been killed, so it's just the Lost now. They're going to move up, they're going to try and hit Fang, as well as go up to the Muton, go up to us. They're going a bit everywhere, which I guess is the point of Lost, isn't it? So they're going to attack the Muton, who gets a counter-attack which misses, because obviously the Muton cannot be attacked. I don't think Fang actually got hit, so that's interesting. That's really, really interesting. But yeah, there's a lot of problems that we've got, although we've managed to successfully get rid of our rear, which is really nice. So now the only problem is the people up front. Sorry for that pause, I was obviously doing something else at the time, but I thought I'd leave that in because discussion. So Ashen's going to go through, get a few shotgun bolts into the enemy. I don't know why I said bolts, but hey. So we're going to try and take down as many of them as possible. Oh my god, how did you miss that? The amount of misses that we're getting is insane. A free reload from McEwen. She's going to get herself some good shots as well from all the enemy. Now she's got the possibility of using face-off. Oh my god, you should totally use face-off. But we're going to kill off the higher health enemies. I think I use face-off after. Just because face-off deals 4 to 5 damage, so it's better to shoot them with guaranteed kills as much as possible. Man, really just taking them all down though. Three shots, 3 kills. Got 3 shots left. They're all on 4 to 5 there, so now we're going to do our face-off. We probably, instead of using face-off, could have just shot them with pistol. Probably would have not wasted the face-off use. That said, is it really a waste in the scheme of things? Is it really a waste? Probably not. So that's all done. She's used her turn up. Mises has to go around the side. There is still a Muton out there, so what we're going to do is we're going to move up, get a nice flanking shot on Mises. 62% chance. Successfully hits. Doesn't do the killing blow, but it does enough damage where we can probably guarantee a kill. Toshiba goes around the side. She doesn't have a good shot or a good place to flank, which kind of sucks. So what we're going to do is instead we're going to use Mutterell. However, he needs to reload, so we can't use Mutterell. So I guess he's just going to attempt on a 48% chance, which misses.
Enemy is still up.
Do still have the scientist, who's nearly in range, but I don't like. I go into the building because I don't want to trigger the enemies next to the other escort. What I'm going to do, however, is I'm going to go around the side with Fang, who has a much better chance of killing him. Does manage to get a critical strike from that flank. Beautiful shot. We still actually had Lao, who could have done that damage, but didn't need to in the end. So we've got 2 operatives that can still do their turns. Lao's going to go into Overwatch, and Toshiba is also going to move up into Overwatch as well, I think.
If you say so.
Wow, so everything's going pretty well so far. We've not taken much damage. The enemy have finally found us. Got a Muton Purifier and a Shield Bearer, it looks like. And we've got an Overwatch shot from Lao that does 1 damage.
Find some cover.
And we get to take our actions as well, and the Lost get their turn as well. So we've got a single Lost coming through, gets Overwatch 2 damage from that miss, meaning that he's still got 1 health. Doesn't do any damage to us. We've got pretty lucky with the Lost actually. I feel like they've always just been slightly out of action, which means that we get to get a kill without too much problem. McEwen's run out of free reloads, which means that we won't be able to actually target the enemy with our pistols. However, what we are going to do is move over there so that we get a nice flanking shot. It also advances us closer to the extraction zone, which we really need to get to. We're pretty lucky as well on this mission that there's no time limit. It means that we can just take our time, which is basically what we've done. Have we taken any damage? I feel like we've not taken any damage. That's crazy. Played this match pretty damn good. Mission. Yes, this is tennis now.
I guess that'll be okay.
Moving up with Toshiba. No targets. I feel it looks like for a lot of our operatives they're too far behind. We've literally, for a lot of them, not moved beyond the first building that we went to. I'm going to do a very sneaky thing here, and I'm going to move the scientist straight to the extraction zone, and he's just going to go up. Already extracted. So we're all good.
Roger that. Firebrand has the VIP. Commander, we should get the rest
So
of
that's
our people
all
to the
done,
extraction
and then
point
what
as
will we
soon
need
as
to do now is
possible.
advance forward. So I'm going to
The longer we
move
wait
Fang
around,
up to a
the
position where
worse
she
our
can't
chances
get
look.
shot, so the enemy's going to have to go around to get shot. We don't have a lot of potentials here, so we're going to move Lao up, and she does have the ability to use an incendiary grenade, which I think is what I want to do. But I choose not to. Instead I'm going to get the flanking shot on the Muton, hopefully shred his armor. Yes I do. Shredded with 5 damage, and that means that Ashens can go up
Moving to position.
to a nice flanking position. Oh, it's apparently not flanky enough, but enough to kill him, so that's always good. So the Muton's down, we've only got a Purifier and a Shield Bearer left. So Purifier's going to come up. It's going to dash forward. And then the Shield Bearer is going to go around and do his shielding. Which for some reason also shields the escort. At this point a swarm appears. So go move up with the swarm. That's a lot of dudes. Lost swarms, man. Endless. We're going to take a little pause here while Ashens decides what he needs to do, / I reply to a text apparently. I do decide to edit this one out. Then we're going to move up. So we've got a possibility of slashing up there. We've got to do a reload with Ashens, but he's got no real targets. So what I decide to do is nothing with Ashens for the meantime. Just going to move around, potentially move around with McEwen so that she gets pistol shots. There's a lot of options that I've got, and I feel like the main one to do would be to move up. There's an incendiary possibility. Oh my god. Oh, it's an EMP grenade.
This is for you.
Did I actually just use an EMP grenade? Wow, I don't think I knew what I was doing. On the plus side, the shield is gone. And also it counts as an explosion. I think at this point I'm just like face palming, because I used an EMP grenade. But anyway, Ashens reloads. He's not in range for anything, so he's just going to go into Overwatch. I feel like McEwen's going to do the same thing. I think, yeah, what I'm mostly going to do is move the operatives up to go into a Overwatch stance. The shield bearer can't do another shield, so he's going to have to move around. I think the Purifier is the same thing, where he's now moved, so the shield bearer has lost his shield, so the shield's been just like gone for all of them. With Motorella, I'm going to actually use the aid protocol on Lao, because that plus 30 defense is going to come very handy, especially with all the enemies around this side. And Fang's going to move up. Oh, it looks like the shield bearer, the Purifier still has his shield actually. So, luckily Purifier goes against the Lost, which is very lucky for us, which causes the Lost to run around, which negatively to us ruins our Overwatches. And then the shield bearer is going to go around, goes into Overwatch himself, some fire vulnerability from everyone, causing some burning. Luckily then the Lost use the Overwatches from the shield bearer, so we are lucky in that aspect where both of us are suffering that issue. Got a few Overwatches come through. Tobishiba misses with hers. Don't think Lao. Oh, there we go. McEwen goes for an Overwatch with her sniper rifle, which misses. Probably should have gone to pistol Overwatch because I'm an idiot. And McEwen actually does take damage, as does Motorel. So much for a flawless mission. Do have strikes against the Purifier though. Okay, that's the end of that. So now what's the next step? Next step would be to move Lao around. She needs to reload, so moving probably not the best idea. She's got shots on quite a few people actually. So that's what she's going to do. Got a Lost Dasher over there. Kills him off, which is good.
Check it before you get too close.
87% chance on this one. Managing to kill him.
That's it.
80% on this one. Manages to kill it. 3 kills, 3 shots. That's pretty good.
Got it right.
80% on this one. Oh my god, Lao just absolutely wiping the floor with all these loss. She's becoming the turret. And 44% chance on the shield bearer, which also hits. That's insane. Lao, absolutely MVP for that turn. Incredible. So, we're going to do a bit of a lightning hands. Shooting the guy in the face with a pistol. Good job. Once again, bit of a waste. I need to learn how to use action economy better, because that was a waste on both times. Shot with Motorel does manage to do the damage, 8 damage dealt, and then we got a nice little shot on the Purifier. Actually managed to critically hit him. Does not explode, however. And then Fang's got the ability to go in. I'm kind of seeing if there's cover around, but I know that there isn't, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go and run into that circle so that I can activate the next escort. She's going to get a shot. Yeah, there we go. So she's going to go rush in and activate Grey, who is the other VIP. She's got a shield active, so that's cool. And then she's going to slice up the first Lost over there. So we're all good for now. I don't think there's any Lost. Oh no, there's still the shield bearer actually. Oh, a good old slash from Ashens. Here we go, guys. A beautiful strike. Oh, he actually does get killed as well. This is beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. Amazing. Well, and we get some loot from it. What a mission this has been. We successfully got everyone saved.
I'm on it.
Well, it's not out of the woods yet, but pretty much out of the woods at this point. Everyone else is going to dash up that they can,
Copy that.
and next turn we're going to evac. And then we're going to see there's a lost swarm very close, so it's not yet there. I think what we're going to do then is that we're going to go and attempt to get everyone into the evac zone, which is the plan, and some people are out. So Motorel is out, which means that what we're going to do instead is we're going to go around to a position where we can put stuff on Overwatch as much as possible to prevent potential deaths. Although at this point it's just the Lost appearing that would be a problem.
Rolling out.
So we're going to move as many of our people as possible up to a position.
I'm going.
Oh, apparently we're evacing some of them straight up. That's fair enough.
Let's go.
Evacing McEwen and Lau.
Got it covered.
Rock and roll.
Toshiba going into Overwatch after reloading, as is Mysis, and Ashens is bugging out as well. So we've still got a good 5 people on the field, and a Lost Swarm appears behind us. So we're going to do, oh, what a shot. We do quite a few shots into the enemy, missing with Mysis.
Get him next time.
Ah, about to get burned to a crisp.
Got some burning going on. I think that's everyone done. There's no point in there's no point. There's no point in attacking there. just run. Just leg it.
What's over there?
Get everyone into the evac point. Look at that. What a brilliant mission that was. We managed to get quite a bit. Wow. Okay, calm down, Grey. You have to run around everyone. Yeah, so managed to evac everyone. Save the scientists. Save the 2 escorts. There's 2 rangers that we get at captain level straight up. That's pretty damn good. Not gonna lie. Only taken a few minor injuries with McEwen and Motorel, taking some injuries from some Lost, killing 44 enemies, although that does include the Lost in that process, which isn't so bad. Hopefully we get ourselves quite a few promotions, which would be nice, as well as just generally getting promotions. Yeah, 3 promotions overall with Toshiba, Ashens and Mysis all getting promoted. And then our higher ranks not getting those promotions. Oh, that's 3 squaddies, holy damn. So we're going to get a Shredder with Toshiba. Ashen's going to get Blade Master. And Mysis going to get, I think, Combat Protocol. Yeah. Good show. And then moving on to get ourselves a Scientist on top of that, as well as an Advanced Stock and a Codex Brain. So lot of, and some Intel on top of that as well. A lot of earnings there. Not bad at all.
Dr. Tegan, it's good to finally make your acquaintance. The breakthroughs which you have made in the field of xenoengineering are truly wonders to behold. When I heard that the Resistance was making its way here, I could not help but offer my services. I've actually come up with something that might interest you, a way to fuse Illyrium and alloy together to form a super lightweight yet durable and shock absorbent material that could be used as protective gear, I think. Let's see. I think I have the schematics here.
So now we can do all of our upgrades on our 2. Now they're, I mean, as the fact that they're captains is insane because it means they're now the highest ranked officers in Xcom. But anyway, both of them are rangers, and I'm probably going to go for the same for both. So down the assault route rather than the scout route. Blade Master is just better. Am I going to go for the scout with Grey? No, I didn't think so. I feel like both of them are just getting the better upgrades. I may upgrade them a little bit differently through the training room, which I think I might go into later. Yeah, the first thing that we're going to do, in fact, is just go straight to the main mission thing. We're going to see what happens there. Mass grave apparently is what we find. We've got 1 day until the powered armor comes through, which is going to be a hell of a thing to get. Going to make contact with New Chile. Okay, we're going to spend our intel that we earned from that mission straight up. Let's go to New Chile. That also unlocks the facility, which has 3 advent stuff on it, and we get the powered armor. Hell yeah, powered armor, cool. Which allows us to get a bunch of stuff. Get ourselves the possibility to make the war suit, the Wraith suit, and a bunch of other things. Get a breakthrough.
I will begin our research immediately.
What we're going to do is going to get alien encryption. Going to start doing the actual story missions now that that's done. Gets now some venom rounds, which are okay. Not the best, not the worst, definitely not the best. They do additional damage on top of stuff. We have no supplies to do that. So we're going to do some more experimental ammo. Move up, make some contacts. Got a supply drop in 3 days. This advent facility is now up to 4. So taking that down is going to be amazing. And retribution in Asia. Supply drop comes through. Wonderful. So we get ourselves a bunch of money. 145, sadly not a huge amount, but still not bad. As the assassin goes up, the warlock goes up. So we've got some retributions coming through, and the hunter is going to go for training. So a lot of coming through. We can change our resistance orders around. I think this is where I changed the skirmishers one, because the extra advent dude isn't the best thing, to be honest. I think I'm going to go for the intel reward by 15%, which is not a bad reward to get. And we get some supplies, but I think what we're going to do first, well, apparently first we're going to recruit our new skirmisher, Venmo? Or Vimo, I think it is, not Venmo. Yeah, Bitcoin is the other guy. For God's sake. Just ignore me. We carry on. We're going to go for a resistance order. We've got to use our Hunt the Chosen perks as well. It's not a bad thing to do. But there's a lot of things that we can do. The laboratory construction is not a bad one. Increased income is also not a bad one overall. But reduce avatar project definitely needed. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to put white on the case along with a solder that can hack. So I think we're going to put Mises on the case. That having been done, we can then get on with our day-to-day, which in this case is going to be leveling up some soldiers. Good old Venmo. I think I might have to rename him. God, I'm like so far ahead in episodes, so it's going to be a while before that even renames. Good old AP though, 43 AP to spend to get himself some abilities. The lightning strike one's pretty good, to be fair. Probably should go for lightning reflex, it's not lightning strike. God, could you imagine? Get 0 in and whiplash, which is just fantastic. So good. Full throttle's not too bad actually, but whiplash, such a good ability, especially against mechanical enemies. We've got 10 more AP, so we can use reflex. We can use total combat, which means that we can fire a grenade and lots of only penalties. And that's all good, so we can move on. Back to the bridge. You can see what's what. Make some contact. Encrypt some alien. Oh, shadow chamber. Oh, finally. So, yeah, so the shadow chamber is a special... well, we need to construct it, but through the shadow chamber, a lot of bonuses get that, and I should probably have built the shadow chamber much earlier, if I'm honest. The shadow chamber gives you bonuses in that it allows you to see all of the enemies that will be present in the mission you're about to do, which is very strong. We're also going to train up a special individual, and I did just see that there was an upgrade on, but I didn't do anything with that. Alien victory imminent. After a new facility goes up, complete a power call. Effectively what's just happened is that a lot of warning messages went on very quickly, and we completed a lot of stuff. So the Avatar project has now been completed, which means that the timer is going to go down. It's a 15-day timer. Means at the end of the 15-day timer we lose. If we reduce the Avatar progress, the timer will stop, but it won't reset, and that's the important thing to remember with that. So we complete a bit more buildings, clear out some more terrain. We almost make contact before we actually get some intel, and then we're going to do some autopsies.
Although similar in appearance to the psionic zombies we have encountered previously in our engagements with the aliens, all current indications are that these lost are the product of something else entirely. Prolonged exposure to the chemical agents first released in the earliest stages of the invasion seem to have turned these once innocent civilians into yet another form of the undead.
That autopsy having been done, we can then do a few upgrades with our operative Scott. I think got up to Sergeant. I think it's Sergeant. Yeah, getting combat protocol, just backing out of it, apparently not giving him that additional upgrade. That's fine, let's do that. We make some contact, which gives us an ability to get everything. We also get the machine learning, which means that breakthroughs are more likely to happen. Twice as likely. And we're going to go for those supplies that we very sorely need at this point, because we've only got 11. 14 days. I mean, it's not the worst. Oh, we get a supply raid as well. I think that's exactly what we're going to go for, because that's going to give us a lot of cool stuff. But yeah, so the timer isn't the scary thing. It's when it gets to about 7 days, that's when you've got to be scared. I know that we've got some operatives on the route to reduce the up-top progress, so that should be fine. But we're going to have a little bit of a restart of our team. We actually also see that there's some Warden armor on show, which we currently cannot upgrade, but we're going to take Ahmed, Chen, Floyd, Motorel, Grey and Fang on this mission for a supply raid. We'll see how we do in the field.
Advantage of their delay. Locate their supply crates and tag them with our transponders. Firebrand will pick up the signal and snatch the cargo. Advent forces are in the process of airlifting a number of supply crates out of this area.
So we land in our supply raid. We've taken with us both Grey and Fang, and apparently we automatically see the enemy. This is the second time in recent episodes where we instantly see the enemy. They've also got an advanced Advent mech, which is in red. It's got much more armor, much more deadly, as you know. All the enemies do upgrade after time, but yeah, as I was saying, we've taken our 2 rangers from the previous mission, so that's really nice. We're going to see how they deal. Got a run and gun going on with Grey. Both of them are captain. They're both very strong at this point, and they're both equipped with some very strong weaponry, which is good. And then I make the mistake actually of marking the supplies, which is actually going to reveal us from concealment, which is fantastic and something I did not know happened. So luckily Motorel does get a nice little shot, taking out the well, not taking out anyone, but doing damage. Luckily, however, the taking of the supply crate does not reduce the action, which is nice. Chen is then going to shoot around the side, dealing a shredding damage, hacking damage, blue screen damage, all on the heavy mech, which is then going to go down to Grey. So, good shot there. We've only got 2 people left. We've got the officer and the elite trooper. The elite trooper is going to get shot by the pistol, which misses. Wasn't really expecting it to hit, if I'm really honest. Then she's going to go around the side. Got a little grapple that's possible, which we are going to do. And once that grapple's done, we could get a nice height advantage on there. We're pretty lucky that we haven't spotted any additional enemies accidentally. But good shot from above, burning the trooper and dealing 5 critical damage. We've got a slash ability on Fang, who is exactly what she's going to do. She's going to go around the side and slash the guy, killing him with Blade Master. Good shot. And then finally we've got Floyd, who is not in the best position to do anything, but what we're going to do is go around the side. Does get a potential... He's got a teamwork ability with, I believe it's Shen, yeah. I should really say Chen, shouldn't I? It's not Shen. Although it probably is pronounced Shen. So what do I choose to do? Could fire a claymore. 69%, I could kill it. I don't know what we're going to go for. Misses. Very unlucky. Don't get spotted though, so although it was a waste of a shot and technically a waste of an action, it wasn't the worst thing that could happen. Although Fang does get shot by the officer, who takes 6 damage, which isn't great. We do luckily get a crate marked, so it's not too bad, and in the end the officer is probably going to go down to our operatives. Is Fang going to take her revenge with a good slash? Looks like she is, and she's going to go around the side in case the enemy do show up. Get ourselves some more cover. Killing him outright. That's 2 blade kills in the same amount of turns. So, not doing too badly so far. We're going to have a little look. So I am using a mod that increases the amount of maps around. Obviously the modded maps aren't as good as the normal maps. So as you can see, there's some what is effectively just blank terrain next to these tiles tiles of terrain, the way it's done is in like an amount of squares, which is, I'm not entirely sure how many squares long, but as you can see, it looks like there's a very narrow bridge here with just the edge of the map there, and that's because this is a custom made map by the mod maker, so that's why this looks a bit weird and a bit less professional than the usual maps you may be coming across, but it's a very sexy looking map, minus the graphical issues. So we spot some enemies, see an Archon and sectoid, and I think that was a purifier next to it, but I might be completely wrong because I wasn't really paying attention. No, two sectoids and an Archon. We've got a rupture potential, 95% chance rupture, shoots the Archon, deals 7 damage, ruptures him, and also sets him on fire. So a lot of good stuff from Ahmed here, who's proving to be almost as good as McEwen, almost. Although I'm sure that won't be too long until she does become that. So 2 of the crates do get picked up by the Advent ship, as we didn't really get that much of a chance to do that. So they're going to be picked up here. Yoink. There's another crate as well that gets picked, I think. Burning from the Archon. I want to say Advent Archon, but that's not what they are. They're just Archons. Technically they're Advent Archons, I guess, but we don't have our own, so it doesn't matter. Regardless, let's move on. Alien activity. The Archon goes up and then gets absolutely destroyed from a Blade Storm and a Overwatch shot, so that's pretty lucky there. And then the sectoids are going to attempt to do some mind controls, which actually do succeed on Grey, so Grey is mind controlled right now. And then the other sectoid is going to shoot and critically hit Ahmed, but only for 5 damage, so it's not too bad. And then to add worse matters on the scale, a Purifier and a Archon do show up on the side. So we've currently got 4 enemies. We managed to kill 1 in Overwatch, so only 4 enemies left. We have to take out the sectoid, because that's just a bad thing to have here. So it's 95% chance to kill the sectoid. Luckily do manage to do that. At this point, sectoids aren't too much of an issue. They're an issue. They can be an issue, but they're not as much of an issue as it could be. Most of our team, however, is kind of still behind the lines that they need to be. Luckily, run and gun, one of the best abilities in the game, does mean that Fang goes straight up to the enemy and gets a flanking shot as well. Although I think we're going to go... Well, we're not going to do anything for now. I think we're going to wait until our other troopers have good shots and react to what happens with the others. Good old Floyd not being able to hit anything. That's nice. Chen's going to go around the side. Doesn't get very good shots in general, but he's going to move up. Hopefully get him better shots as he gets behind hard cover. Can launch a frag grenade. That's not a bad thing to do. It reduces all the cover, so that'll be nice. Fires it up. Deals some damage. Shreds also some armor. So it's all good there. Motorel's also very far behind. He does get a target that he can fire at from here. I think that's a sectoid. Yeah, 45% chance. It's not the best. Grey's got a chance to get the sectoid. I think that's exactly what she's going to do. Slicing him right up with that melee vulnerability. So now we've got the run and gun action from Fang left. Gonna do a shotgun blast. Oh, she doesn't have a shotgun, does she? Did I not give her the shotgun? I think I just gave her a normal thing. Teamwork to Chen though, which will be good. Flanking shots, although the Archon doesn't take flanking shots. A shot, oh, it's dodged. That sucks. So the Archon only takes 3 damage from that. Gonna give a heal to Ahmed. We don't want her to die, definitely not. Especially from the raised position that she's found herself in. Pretty convenient. And Fang, 84% chance to hit. Oh, she doesn't have a rifle, she's got a shard gun. So that does good damage, poisons the Archon who takes 1 damage, and ends our turn with only the Purifier and the Archon left. Some of the supply crates become marked. Archon's going to go on top, and I know he is going to go for a swipe. Luckily misses. That blade does do a lot of damage, can do, I think I've seen upwards of 11 damage sometimes. Under critical strike, that is. I think normally it does something like 9, but yeah, very, very strong hit from the Archon when it wants to. Going to flank around with Motorel. Gets a nice 98% chance on the Purifier, shoots him, doesn't explode, although if he had it wouldn't have done too much damage. And then Grey's going to go around to try and get those supply crates. So that's all marked, 38% chance to hit, so she's just going to bug out. At this point that's going to be her job, it's going to be to mark as many crates as she can. Ahmed, got some chance, you can fire her pistol up, does shoot it, causes him to burn. Technically we could just leave him to die. I don't know whether or not that's what we do, because wasting a shot on him doesn't seem necessary. Although I guess we could always get the kill out there. Yeah, there we go. So that's all done, it's missed, but it's a guaranteed kill. So everyone's happy. It's not like ammunition is limited in this, so it's not too bad. And Floyd's going to go up. We're going to mark this, which will reveal us. But we would also do have an ability to shadow, and then I make a massive misplay there by letting Chen just run through fire on the end of his turn, on the end of my turn as well. So that's a bit of a shame. Means that he's taking damage unnecessarily, but we do manage to get 3 whole crates in one turn, which is not bad in the slightest. Although Chen's not doing great. He can just hunker down though, which I think is what I'm going to do. I'm going to move up then hunker down. Oh no, I'm just going to hunker. That's probably a good idea as well. Doesn't spot any additional enemies. I'm going to move Motorel up. Don't spot anyone. Gets himself in a nice position. Grey's going to look around. I'm just looking to see where all the crates might be. And they're going to move up slightly, go into Overwatch while I can. Make sure everyone's all fine and dandy. Ahmed's just going to go straight into Overwatch. Fang's got a nice crate there, which she's going to go straight to, and then there's a crate up ahead as well, and she's just going to go up to the side, get herself into cover, whilst also trying not to see if there's any more enemies around. And Floyd's going to go back into shadow, and is going to move up to see if he can spot any enemies. We spot 2 crates there, very close together. That'll be for Grey and Motorel, and maybe for the others. We spot 2 more sectoids and a Archon. And I think Floyd is just going to go up top. We spot another crate up ahead as well. Oh no, that's the same crate. I'm good at what I do. Yeah, so some crates been spotted. Get ourselves some more crates. Crates. Maybe get some good skins from our loot crates. Who knows? That was such a bad joke. I should just stop. Motorel going to move up. Chen's going to move up. They're all going to move up effectively. That was basically just said that. Going to get a run and gun from Grey so that she can go get the crate. Doesn't spot any enemies, but she does go into Overwatch. Ahmed is not in a great place because she can't see any enemies, so she's just going to move down, get herself behind some cover, get ready to do some sniping. And then Fang is going to move, get this crate. So at this point I think I've just given up on getting the other crates. Those 2 that have been marked, kind of pointless to do. There is a crate behind there as well. And then Floyd, as I do see that crate, just going to go up top. He's not going to do anything for now, just going to Overwatch. Motorel does have the ability to rush towards that crate. He's going to do it. He is. Wow, look at this guy. Doesn't get spotted by the enemy either. So we lose 1 crate on top of that. But we do manage to get 3 crates in that one turn. So a good crate turn for us. A crate turn for us. Oh dear. So I think there's only 1 more crate on the field now, which is the one that's behind the building. Yeah. So we got 8 crates out of a potential 12. Although we could potentially get a 9th one, which isn't too bad. And the enemies still haven't spotted us, so we're going to move Grey around the side. That should hopefully spot them. Yes, it does, which means that they're all going to run around and allow the rest of the group to deal with them. The Archon going up there. So Grey's got 64% chance to shoot and kill that sectoid. She's going to break through the window and completely miss. Good fluff of that shot. Ahmed, not going to do anything yet. Floyd, not going to do anything yet. Instead we're going to get Chen to go up. It's going to fire at the Archon, giving hollow targeting to everyone and also dealing damage to the Archon, luckily. And then Motorel's going to fire at the Archon as well, missing however. I don't know whether or not holo targets its stack, because both him and Chen have holo targeting. A little lightning strike. Pistol shot, dealing burning damage. I think we're going to wait for Fang to go up and do that. She can slash him. 98% chance to do. Only this dodge, I can't believe it. I was going to say, like, how the hell did that not do all the damage it needed to do? But it's because it's missed. That's why. So, that's an interesting place to go when you could have gone a different place. Or is it because we're going to go for the Archon instead? No, 100% chance. We could go for the other sectoid. Bang! 4 damage, that was so low. Ah, revealed on the 50. Unlucky. So we have our meta there. Now, this is the thing. We choose not to go for the Archon. The reason for that is because Fang has Blade Storm, which means anyone that enters her squares ultimately gets a hit. He's going to move straight away, which is going to make him get hit by Fang. So, free kill on that stance. Well, it's free, not free kill, it's more good action economy. Floyd gets massively hooted by the sectoid there, which kind of sucks. Chen gets an Elerium core from the loot. And then what we're going to do, we need to figure out how to kill this sectoid. So Grey's just going to just destroy all of the windows. Gonna destroy his cover. Actually, with that grenade we might kill him because it deals 4. No, only 3 damage. So with a 92% chance, is Ahmed going to be able to make this shot? Yes, she is. A nice little critical hit, ending that for us. There we go. We land successfully doing that supply raid. I feel like we're doing them pretty well now, compared to the one that we did that one time that didn't go so well. Got quite a bit of it wounded though, and only Motorel actually leveled up, but I feel like that went pretty well overall. Frick me, Ahmed has 29 kills, that's insane. Oh, a lot of those, get Field Medic from Motorel. A lot of the kills are, what are they called? The Lost, from that Lost mission. A whole load of supplies, whole load of alloys. This was such an amazing mission for us. We actually get some more levels up, which, believe it or not, is Scott from earlier that we haven't done because we're an idiot. But yeah, he's Sergeant up, so we can get the Haywire Protocol and move back. So, that was a pretty good mission. Doing pretty well for ourselves at the moment. We've got a lot of supplies waiting for us, as well as a supply drop in general. With 192 supplies. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be getting those supplies as fast as possible, up ourselves to the point where we can get some powered armor, which would be very nice. Don't need to wait that long, although we've now done a Lost Autopsy and we're going to be doing a bit more autopsies for now.
Though I was never witness to one myself, countless observers attest to the existence of a much smaller, less intimidating variant of the sectoid that took part in the original invasion. In the time since, this new being, the product of clear genetic manipulation, is now a familiar face to our forces operating in the field.
So that autopsy being done, we can now research psionics, which I think is what we go for. Or do we go for another autopsy? Or the plasma weaponry? There's a lot of things that we could go for, but I think we're just going to go for psionics. Now, I probably should... I feel like every time that I play through a campaign of XCOM 2, I always do psionics really late, and I should do them earlier. And I don't know if it's to my detriment, really, because I don't particularly rate psionics as being very good, or that's not true at all. Psionics are really good, but I don't rate them as highly as I do just the normal, like, well, firstly the specialists such as the Reapers, Templars and Skirmishers I feel are better than Side Troopers, and I feel like the Rangers really good, and I mean they're all really good. Side Troopers do hold their own in some aspects, but I don't know whether or not I personally rate them as being above them. I just rate them as equal. The only reason I would rate them below is because it requires so much setup with getting the psionics and everything like that. So, what we do now, we've got an avatar project that's counting down, and we do not want that to continue counting down, so we are going to go for this base, this facility, with 4 blocks, and we can now get the Warden armor. Look at its sexiness. It's so blue. Lau's been wearing all of the armors that we unlock, which is pretty insane. But that being done, we're going to take out this facility. We're going to stop this. We've got Farlogo, Lau, McEwen, Scott, Gray, and Kilby on this mission. This facility is definitely going down, whether or not the Advent like it.